tremendous resume, one that speaks to your character and your capabilities. But you are running in a field of truly exceptional candidates, particularly in the case of the women who are running, like Senators Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren. So my question to you is, why should the women of America vote for you over our sisters who are kind of more qualified?
Look, I admire so many of the people running. They're extraordinary. And by the way, we ought to have a woman in the Oval Office right now. I'm still disappointed that didn't happen. Now, the other thing that I want the women of America to know, because I've met a lot of women who say, I like you, I like your message, I think you got an appealing candidacy, but I just will not vote for a man this time, is that I get it, and whether you decide to be for me or not, I promise that I will be for you.
That was Democratic presidential contender Mayor Pete Buttigieg at MSNBC's town hall last night, answering what seems to be the central question in this year's heavily populated 2020 Democratic primary. Why you? Joining our conversation, Juanita Tolliver, Director of Campaigns at the Center for American Progress Action Fund. She's advised campaigns on their Get Out the Vote efforts. We'll start with you. Why him?
I mean, what I left that with is like, sure, he laid out his credentials, but he didn't lay out a really persuasive argument as to why him. Because I think his final line was, I'm just something different. And so what could have been a great opportunity there for him to really paint a clear picture, a persuasive argument for his candidacy, kind of fell flat for me. And I think we're going to be looking to him to really hold up that end of the energy around there should be a woman in the White House right now, being something that doesn't work in his favor going forward.
I think that he doesn't have a great rationale for his candidacy in terms of experience or accomplishments. You know, it's the mayor of a relatively small town, but he's extraordinarily talented, right? So I think he may never have a great answer to that question, and he may still continue to do very well because I think people really like the way he parries these questions and the way he dissects Trump's and dismisses him in a very effective way. How persuasive that is to Iowa caucus goers, ultimately, I'm not sure, but I think he'll continue to do well nationally because people find that really appealing.
One word, and I interviewed him on Saturday Night Politics, and he is so damn likable. You know, beyond his resume, which is almost inhuman, and the fact that he's a vet and the Rhodes Scholar and the Harvard and it goes on and on. But the way he answers questions doesn't feel like a politician. Even sometimes if he's kind of doing a little bit of a dance, there's a genuineness. And Nicole, you know this better than anybody. At the end of the day, voters don't vote on issues. They vote on, do I like the candidate? Do I trust? Do I believe in the candidate? And he has a lot of that with him. And I think one of the people who are going to pop on debate stage, other than the top 3 or 4, I think he's going to be one of those people.
I'm surprised you didn't say, you know who does have that is Governor Steve Bullock.
What, does it have what?
No, when you're going through the gravitas, you got to tie your gun.
This is true.
For Pete, Mayor Pete, I think, you know, to answer your question, his position has been he's a generational change, and I think he is literally the living embodiment of generational change. He's 37 years old. I, as a near 37-year-old, think it's a little crazy, but whatever. That is what it is. Obviously, there are some hurdles he still has to clear, and one of them is gender, and one of them is race. And to the extent that he can, he's grappling with those issues now. And so the answer he gave last night seemed to be the most plausible answer to a question that was essentially, you kind of suck compared to these women.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.